Man, this is the Tap In Video Game Podcast. Welcome, everybody. This is the place where you're going to get straight up talking about games, nothing but video games and shit, and all different types of things going on in video games. Not just regular gaming shit, but just like all different types of things. But gaming is the topics typically. And then, we just go off and talk shit.
Definitely going to be the topic. We got a lot of games too that came out this year that we're going to talk about. That
facts
and played, and probably some that we haven't played, but we've seen throughout the year.
Facts. So we got Father Dre right here. Father Dre's over here. Actually, yep. And we got the Wario, Big Wario at the bottom. This is Flatline Clan, baby. This is our clan. See the hats, man. Y'all see the vibe. See the hat. And so, gentlemen, we're here, man. And I kind of want to jump into this, and I kind of just want to go. Everybody has been complaining about Warzone 2 and everything, and Call of Duty just as a whole. Like, what do y'all think about Call of Duty so far? The first month or so in.
So I mean, I haven't experienced Warzone 2.0 like that, like to where I notice like the things that are difficult in the game. I would say that unpopular opinion about Warzone 2.0. People say that the movement is gone in Warzone, the new Warzone, because slide cancel is gone. So, I mean, now we got the dolphin dive. You got the bunny hop that's coming back.
Yep.
People are saying that the skill level in Warzone is like going down because the movement is getting slower. And then I think Call of Duty already said that they're going back to casual play. I think they did say that they're going back to casual play. That's why they eliminated the slide cancel. Me personally, I think eliminating the slide cancel is just having like the casual play, like you can bunny hop, you can do the dolphin dive. I think it made it kind of like better to me because I think Warzone with Verdansk and Caldera with the slide cancel, I felt like it was so fast paced. If you were a beginner getting into Warzone and you had somebody slide canceling around you doing circles, making you look like an idiot, basically, you would be like, man, fuck this game. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm getting off. So I think that they went back to casual play is not too fast. I think that's one positive that I can bring from the Warzone 2, but I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think that they slowed it down a little bit on the movement, just made it kind of like better, because if you're playing against somebody too sweaty, like you do get let down, like you don't feel motivated to play it again.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you exactly I'm gonna tell you exactly how that whole thing is. So the reason why it's like that is because when you in any video game, when there's a glitch or there's anything that's not supposed to be in there, especially when it comes to like a movement mechanic, they always have to fix that. And you've seen it in like fighting games and things like that. When a character moves in a certain way that's not traditional, like the traditional way that they made it to move, they normally remove it. But for some reason, Call of Duty just left it in, and I think that was their mistake. They were just kind of like, oh, whatever, we'll just let them do it. And then everybody loved it and got accustomed to it because you left it in. If they would have been like, oh, it's in, and took it out, then no one would have cared because we never had it that long anyway. But they left it in. And then when you actually look at somebody slide canceling, it looks stupid. Whenever you were looking at somebody slide canceling, it looked dumb. So just imagine if you have a tournament or something like that going on, like pros playing or something, and then you see people just sliding up and then glitching their character up like that. How could that ever become like an esport when you're seeing their character move like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you think of esports, their games aren't doing any kind of glitching, any kind of nothing. There is no kind of issue like that. Fortnite doesn't have anything like that. Apex don't have anything like that. Or any of the other games or fighting games don't have anything like that. Smash Brothers used to have something that was kind of like that. It was called a wave dash, but they took it out. They took it all the way out. And it was like, no, they don't want anything like that's going to change the mechanics. I don't think it was more or less like, I know people talk about skill gap and stuff like that. I don't think that they were trying to worry about the skill gap too much. I just think that they were like, that's technically a glitch in the game that we we just left in. And so they were just kind of like, we're definitely taking that out. And so, now that there's no glitching, everybody's been glitching their controller or keyboard for 2 years, and so now they're, of course they're going to be sad that it's gone, but
The fact
they.
that you said that though,
Hmm.
it kind of makes it like you just open my mind to think that is their problem that they're eliminating, because you just said, yeah, like they kept it for that many years without saying anything. But then you're gonna come out with Warzone 2.0 and be like, oh, we're going back to casual play. You could have stopped that in the beginning
Yep.
and did some type of thing to be like, hey, slide canceling is not there. But the
Yep.
fact that you reminded me saying that they kept it in there, because they did. They never did anything. They had so many updates from Warzone 1 with Caldera, Verdansk, all the maps that they had. They never eliminated it. And then once Warzone 2 comes out, they're like shocked that everybody's like, why are you guys
Mm-hmm.
mad? Because we eliminated slide cancel.
Yep.
You had it going on for 2 years. So
Yep.
like,
I think they even had it on the Call of Duty website, like how to actually to do it. But it was weird because, I think I could have sworn I saw it on their actual website, like how to actually do the slide cancel, and I thought it was weird. And I was like, no gaming company that I've ever seen would ever really let something like that be like an official thing, especially in like the day and age of video games where you can patch stuff. Like when it was on Smash Brothers, it was on Smash Brothers Melee, so of course they couldn't patch that because that's a GameCube game. But if there was anything going on with any kind of weird movements or anything like that, they take it out. It just, I don't know, man. I think overall it's good for Call of Duty. I mean, I understand if all the movement people are gonna say their thing, and it is what it is. But it's just everybody everybody doesn't slide cancel. Like everybody who plays Call of Duty doesn't slide cancel, and the majority of people probably don't.
Oh, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I actually I'm okay with slide canceling because it adds a little bit of element of chaos, and it makes it a little bit more competitive, because it's not just peeking and shooting and running and gunning. Now you have a little move that you can use for offense, penetrating something, an area where the enemies might not be ready for that. Or, you can use it for defense. If somebody's, shooting you, and let's say you're trying to hit a corner or you're trying to go into a building or something, you can slide, and that'll save you sometime if you can hit it quick enough. So I'm okay with all that. I think that no matter what, people always find a way to exploit the base mechanics of the game, like even like bunny hopping and stuff. Like I don't think it's anything we can do about that.
yeah, but yeah, bunny hopping staying for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, but that's a
But I
normal
don't think.
move. That's a normal move.
But what do you think is faster though? Bunny hopping around the corner or slide canceling?
Slide canceling all day.
Well, I can't say.
Because all a slide cancel does is give you infinite sprint. That's it. I mean, yeah, it does help you with dodging. Like it can help you with dodging if someone's shooting at you or something like that. I guess that works too. But the main thing was like it was just giving you a longer sprint was like the main reason why people were doing it. You didn't have to basically like restart your run. You would glitch it, you would slide cancel it just so you can keep tack sprinting, so you can sprint longer. And so your answer to that is just give them longer attack sprint or make your players faster. You know what I mean? Like, but you do duck, of course, right? So it does help with dodging. But I mean, it is what it is. I think Warzone 2 this year. I think it's funny, man. I think they went into more of. I think it was a business decision. I think the reason why Warzone 2 is so different from Warzone 1 is because they're catering more to their major players, which are the people who aren't streamers, who aren't people who watch streamers, who aren't people who watch pro players. They're people who just play the game. And I think that's where they were going. I don't think they were trying to make a game so people can stream it and do all these movement TikToks, because that doesn't make them money. People making movement TikToks don't make Call of Duty money. So they're like, we need people to buy skins. We need people to buy the game. And those people are the people who got jobs and it's going to be on for the kids and buying for themselves. And they don't slide cancel, or they don't want to slide cancel like that. So we are taking that out of the game. That's just how I look at it. And Warzone 2, to me, the level is really nice. I like the map a lot. I think it's 100 times better than Caldera.
Definitely.
The looting is a little bit weird. I can see that they tried to get a little bit like detail with it. I feel like they tried to go like they tried to make it a little bit more sophisticated. I don't really think it needed to be. I thought the way you looted in Call of Duty was fine. I
I
think
did
the
too.
I think the looting in Apex is kind of similar to that, and so is Fortnite. Like when you loot in that, it's all the same. The looting in this is kind of like PUBG, but PUBG's the OG. You know what I mean? Like we don't need to loot like that. That's why PUBG's not PUBG 2 because it's the older version of Battle Royale. So that's we don't really need to be looting like that anymore because that was a 360 game or something like that, right? So yeah,
Loot like that?
well, kind of yeah, it's kind of like that. That's kind of what it looks like.
So you open like the bag and you have to select what you're taking out? Okay.
And I
I
mean,
didn't know that.
I don't mind like looting the cash registers and stuff like that is all fine, but I think the way that Call of Duty had it, the tap 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 tap, is fine. I think that's totally fine. Um, I think Warzone is I think it's fine. Beside that, um, I just think I really don't like the AIs though. I do not like AIs on so many AIs. There's so many,
I
and
think- look,
I'm
look.
not a fan.
Since you brought up AIs, so I think AIs is cool if you're playing DMZ. So DMZ, if you're playing DMZ, yeah, you need AIs because you're looting. The main point of DMZ is to go in there, loot, do these objectives, do whatever you got to do with other players playing. But if you load into Warzone,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. You shouldn't have AIs because you're playing people that are trying to kill you, and then you're fighting against bots that's trying to kill you as well. So it's like double the attacking.
Yep.
Fortnite does that. Fortnite does that. And people were complaining about that. But you know, they got used to it because they've been doing it for so long. So
But Fortnite just started doing that, like maybe like a couple years ago or something. What Fortnite wasn't always like that.
well, they had it
They had it.
doing that.
They had it a while.
They had it for a while though. 'Cause
They did.
when they had the
The dinosaurs and everything.
Yeah.
They did. And remember, we thought that was a problem then. We were like, man, the dinosaurs are killing us. I was like, man, this is stupid. Why are they doing that? Yes. And so, but the thing about Fortnite I can say is that season though, they had a bunch. They had a bunch. Those dinosaurs were crazy. But if you notice, the human NPCs aren't too bad. Like if you don't shoot them, they normally would chill. Or sometimes if they saw you in their peripherals for a long time, then they would shoot you or something like that. You know what I mean? So it wasn't overbearing. This Call of Duty is like it's like no holds barred, man. These dudes are shooting. Their aim is good. It's crazy.
Skill based. They're skill based. So if you're really good, the bots are going to be really good too. Because
that's
I've been
crazy.
seeing a couple of people that play the game that have a higher KD, and those bots are, I mean, head tapping them when they just come in the room. You know,
Bro.
Like, if you don't play that much, yeah, the bots are probably going to be weak and all that stuff. But as you continue playing, those bots are they're going to start to get better. And if that is true, I don't like that they did that because they should always be weak because it's something that you're not really focusing on. You're doing whatever you're doing, the objective or whatever, when they're doing the Warzone thing and they're trying to like collect something. So they should always be weak because they don't matter in the game. They're just there. But
Right.
the fact that you have them getting harder, the better you play. I
Yep.
feel like that's just like, so I'm gonna fight these harder bots for no reason and fight some sweaty ass player that's pushing me.
Yep.
You know, and I got double the attacking on me for no reason. But to me, I just think that they can have bots. I'm not saying that they can't have bots, but just keep them in DMZ and then in Warzone, just have it be regular players because you don't know who you're going up against. You could be going up against a newbie player, cool, you know what I'm saying, or you can be going up against a sweat. But if you're going up against a sweat with an AI next to you, you have double the trouble, bro. And it's like, but what for? I can just be fighting this sweat head on, but I have an AI shooting me from the right.
Yep.
Because I'm trying to
So now you worried about that, and then that you could lose that fight because of that. You getting shot in the side, and then you got that. You know, the person you're trying to fight in front of you. It's a mess.
It is. But me personally, I mean, I don't know how you feel. How do you feel, Wario, against the AI?
I don't know. I really haven't had a lot of matches against the AI. I think just when we were in Ground War, me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I don't really have an opinion because I haven't run into the AI that much.
Mm.
It's confusing
Yeah, so we
sometimes.
haven't,
You
yeah.
know, that's really pretty much it.
So you know what's interesting? When thinking about Warzone and all the battle royales, I find video gaming at a weird point right now because I feel like gaming companies now are kind of worried about two things. I think they're worried about the casual player, like the main player that's going to play the game. Then I think they're also worried about streamers and the content creators that are going to create for the game. And I think now, I feel like sometimes, like when they're making games, it's kind of weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause sometimes I can feel like, okay, like, they kind of made this for streamers. I see that they do things like this for the streamer aspect, and then now they're making, then they put the casual stuff in there, and things like that. I feel like gaming before was just we're making video games for people to consume and have a good time. But now I think that since everybody wants to be a streamer and content creator now, I feel like now it's like they're like, well, we got to make it friendly for streaming, or but do we need to cater to the casual people who are just gonna play it and not try to create content and stuff for it, you know what I mean? And then this is when you have all this stuff, right? Because then you have everybody complaining about how bad Warzone is and things like that. That's what all your content creators are saying, like, oh, Warzone's bad and all my YouTube videos are doing bad and all this other stuff. And it's like, it's like, what are gaming companies to do, man? When, like, does that mean the game is really doing that bad because all the streamers hate playing the game? Does that mean the game is bad? You know what I mean?
Right, because me personally, if we're being honest about Call of Duty, I like the way that they're going with Call of Duty in multiplayer. I don't play Warzone that much to say that, hey man, like this is this and that and all that stuff. I have my opinions on Warzone, but I'm mostly like a multiplayer when it comes to Call of Duty. And the fact that they went back to the casual play, like they have the bunny hop, they have the fast movement, that kind of reminds me of Cold War. And that was my
Cold War was
favorite.
fun.
Yeah, that was my favorite Call of Duty, Cold War.
Cold War was
'Cause
fun.
I just liked how the movement was. It was smooth. I mean, it just, I don't know. That was my favorite one. So the fact that they went back to that with this one in Modern Warfare 2, I think multiplayer is fine to me. I have no complaints regarding
Yeah, I don't either.
Call of Duty with
I
multiplayer.
It's
I have
really good this
I have
time.
no complaints at all.
So that's the thing. I think Call of Duty multiplayer is fun. I think it's good. Like, if like it's a fun game, right? And that's what you're saying. But then, like, if you leave it to content creators, they're all like, nobody wants to watch that. My viewers are gonna go down and all this other stuff, and everybody just wants to watch battle royales. Every shooting game needs a battle royale. Everything's a battle royale. Everything is that. Everybody feels that every single game, no matter what it is, Street Fighter needs a battle royale. Mario needs a battle royale. Pac-Man needs a battle royale. Everybody needs a battle royale, and that's why you saw Mario had a battle royale. Pac-Man got one. Everybody just needs a battle royale apparently to be a fun game, and I think that's, man, Fortnite. The Fortnite effect is just definitely just affected everything.
The Fortnite effect, bro. Like, just because like the game doesn't have a battle royale doesn't mean it's like not challenging. It's not skillful, but Fortnite put that bar so high for battle royale gaming. So people feel like they have to challenge and fight 100 people and come out number one in every game. But I'm like, if you play multiplayer, your KD's right. You're top of the leaderboard in your KD. Like, you play TDM, you play domination, you play kill confirmed. If you're top notch, top of the leaderboard, KD is freaking amazing. It doesn't matter. You did good, bro. It doesn't matter that you didn't face 100 people. You still was better than all those people in that lobby.
Mm-hmm.
But like how you said, like, people want to play battle royales. They want to do it for content. They want to be the best out of 100. But I like the old school way. Like back when we were playing Call of Duty, there was no battle royale. It was multiplayer or nothing, bro. Like
That's
if
all
you
you
wanted to
had.
get to any
That was it.
skillish thing, like if you wanted to show your real skill, you're going to search and destroy. And search and destroy, you'll give you one life. So that gave you kind of like a challenge. Because
That was.
if I died, that was it. You
That's
know what I'm
all.
saying? If I died, that's
You
it.
die early in the round to a noob tube or something like that, you gotta sit that whole round, bro.
And
That
was the most
whole
we had
round.
to wait. That was the most we had to wait. And I like that. Like I like that, you know, people were getting back to that old type of gaming when Warzone was done and they were waiting for Warzone 2.0. And they were going back to the multiplayer, search and destroy and all that stuff. And everybody was having fun. People were releasing content. They were releasing search and destroy. They were releasing their top snipes in TDM. They were releasing like trick kills again. Remember trick kills? 360
Yep.
scope, all that
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
Like,
Trick
they were
shotting.
releasing
Yep.
all of that until Warzone 2.0 came back out. And I thought it was fun. I was like, yeah, remember when gaming used to be like that? But then, I mean, they were hyping Warzone 2.0 so much. And then when they finally got it, now everybody's complaining. So I'm just like, I don't know if it comes down to just us being spoiled, like how you said, by Fortnite, because that bar is so high, or, you know, well, I don't even know. I think it's just because we're just battling Fortnite, and Fortnite is just such a top tier battle royale, and nobody can ever match that.
Bro, it's
Sad to say, nobody can ever match Fortnite.
It's
when it
from
comes to battle royale.
It's crazy because for me, Fortnite is not even battle royale in gaming. Period. Fortnite as a video game is one of the greatest video games of all time, man. And just because of the sheer scope that the game is, 5 years old, and it's still a top played video game, you know, right now, and it's still innovating. It's not like it's getting one update a year or something like that, some random DLC. Like, they're updating this game like every 3 months or something like that. They're giving actually more than that. They're giving you like, those are like big updates. You're still getting like updates like every week. Throw in this gun, take out that gun, throw in this, throw out that, put this back in here, and all this stuff, man.
I wouldn't say the greatest game, one of the greatest games of all time. I would say one of the most profitable games of all time, but I wouldn't say one of the greatest.
It has to, bro. You have to look at it. But
it's a very simple concept. The only thing that keeps it afloat is the partnerships and with the skins. That's the only thing that keeps it going. Other than that it's the same mechanics.
So look at it, but
though.
There's
oh
man, bro.
Those two,
but not so. What you're saying about the skins is correct, but it's not only the skins, because the game mechanics have changed. They give you completely new maps like every year. They give you there's just a lot of updating happening to Fortnite all the time. So I can't just blame it on the skins. The skins is top tier because they are paying a lot of money for them. So that does help. But Fortnite, the whole season, all this stuff, like Fortnite has really changed gaming, period. Not even just shooters, not just battle royale.
Wow.
Like it has, man, because of that. So now you can have more games say, well, now more collaborations can happen, because see, now they know, like, hey, if Fortnite was able to get some of these IPs mixed in some of this stuff, maybe we can do that. Because Fortnite is technically doing kind of like what Smash Brothers wants to try to do, but on a bigger scale than what Smash Brothers did, right? Smash Brothers did something, but it's only for Nintendo. Fortnite's on every console, right? So Fortnite did what Smash Brothers did, but at a bigger scale. It got the biggest names, except Mickey Mouse. That's literally the only thing it didn't get. Other than that, it pretty much got that almost, right? And maybe not any Nintendo characters, because Nintendo's not going to share, like kind of like Disney thing, but they do have Marvel characters, which are of Disney, I guess now. But that's the thing, man. Like, Fortnite has changed a lot of stuff, man. And it's crazy to see how successful it has been, like, from the years, like from what it first started off. I remember when I first played it to what it is now, like, and the game is just evolving. They're not dropping a Fortnite 2. They're just upgrading the hell out of this game, and it's still one of the most played games. That's crazy. Like, what other game do you know is that old, but still like in the top 5 games played daily type deal? Like, this is a huge game up there with like World of Warcraft that's been going for so long. Like, Other than that, what other game do you know? What game do you know that's that old, that's still has top like players just playing it all the time? Like, you know what I mean? To that level. Like, it's hard, man. It ain't easy.
And the fact that people talk so much like shit about Fortnite, right? And they say Fortnite's dead, they say this and all that stuff, but it's still top charting. Like it's people that's probably saying that it's shitty, but are still playing it because there's no way that it can still be top charting. And people are saying, "Oh, it's trash. It's this. It's for kids. It's whatever they say." But it's still the number one game that's played. Like it's still the number one game that's played worldwide. Worldwide, bro. Like
it is
worldwide. Like I think Call of Duty's second, or if that. Like I think Call of Duty's like second or third, but Fortnite has held that number one like title since it released, and it's crazy that they keep doing it every year, man. Like it's crazy. And then like how he says, like they changed the movement. They added what was it, the parkour, so you can like climb over walls and all that stuff. You used to couldn't do that. The fact that they did that, like I'm just like, man, like the fact that they can hold that, I think it is up there as like, you know, one of the game changers. Like Fortnite for sure changed the game, and I think everybody's trying to everybody's either trying to jump on that wave or they're trying to change it, and they're trying to be like, oh well, we're gonna be different and do it this way, or they're just like, oh, we're kind of like Fortnite and do it this way. But Warzone, I mean, obviously they don't care, you know, they're gonna do what they have to do. Like you know, they make them a lot of money too. Like Call of Duty makes a lot of money too, so it's not like they're just like, oh, we're bottom tier or anything like that. But I don't know, like I said, I haven't played that much Warzone 2.0, so I really can't give my opinion on that. But I just think like the new way that they're going with Call of Duty, I don't mind it, you know, multiplayer wise. I've seen a lot of people complain about Warzone 2.0 with the audio. They've been saying the audio's trash. They've been saying the time to kill is trash. So they're saying that it's way too quick to kill somebody in Warzone 2.0 now.
Yeah.
So you know that Fortnite wasn't the first like battle royale game, right?
No, I think it was PUBG.
Yeah,
I think
it was PUBG. Yeah,
it was H1Z1.
H1Z1 came up before Battlegrounds.
Oh,
I had no idea. I used to play H1Z1.
Yeah, I remember we used to play that.
Yep.
I only played that on mobile. I never played on like a system.
But even at that, look, both of those games, right, were the OGs. But Fortnite, I'm telling you, man, it's like they blew it up. Like that's it, man. Like they were the OGs.
It appealed to kids. That was the best thing.
It worked, man.
I think it was that building system, because
they should never deviate from
building 2.
They made it like H1Z1, but they was like, let's add building,
and the building
made it different.
The building wasn't crazy. The building wasn't crazy too, because when Fortnite first started, building wasn't like dramatic because they didn't. And no one knew how to build like that. You would build like something small, so it wasn't too crazy. But then once they put creative in there and people were able to sit in there and spend 20 hours a day building, that's when Fortnite got bad.
Okay, so
are crazy.
Since you brought that up, let's say so Fortnite. So I think they made the same mistake that Call of Duty did. Because Fortnite, they came out with the building. Okay, like how you said, people evolve with building. Now when you have building is so sweaty.
It is
so crazy.
It is.
I mean, kids can build a skyscraper in the 0.0.1 like second.
Yep.
Skyscraper.
It's crazy.
Then they came out with no build, and Fortnite skyrocketed because they were just like, yeah, because Fortnite is so sweaty with this building, I don't feel like I'm having fun anymore. And so they came out with no building, and everybody went back to Fortnite. They were just like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun again. Call of Duty came out with the slide cancel. It wasn't that bad in the beginning, like how you said, it wasn't that bad. Then people started perfecting it, and it became so sweaty. And look, They
Yep.
took it
Took
away.
it out. They took it out.
Away.
They
And
took it
people,
out.
people are coming back because they're saying, "Hey, it's not that sweaty no more." So I don't know. I don't know. I just, since you brought that up with the building and stuff, I'm just like, oh shit. Call of Duty did that same thing. They found out like, hey, people started perfecting it. We had to remove it. I mean, Fortnite didn't remove it, but they made like,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I can tell you exactly. Here's a good analogy for it about Fortnite and this point that you're making. Fortnite, the basis of Fortnite is to build. Let me explain. So with that being said, they saw that the skill ceiling was so high because how good people had got with building. So you couldn't casually play Fortnite anymore. You couldn't stop playing Fortnite for a few months and then hop back into it when there was a new update because everybody was so good at building and doing all these things. You're like, oh, I don't really remember how to build. Oh, I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna spend no money. Right, so I'm not gonna spend no money on those skins. I'm not gonna buy this. I'm not gonna buy that. It's too hard. And so think of it like in a fighting game. The reason why fighting games struggle at times is because you got to remember combos, you got to remember timing, you got to remember all these things. So if you're not actively doing that, that's why the fighting game community has the struggles that they have too with making fighting games last longer than like a month or so because the skill, it's like you have to play it all the time. You can't stop playing for a few months and then hop back in because when you play Street Fighter the first day it comes out, everybody's whack, you'll have a great time. But you let 8 months go by and you hop in when it's like $40 and you play, everybody's kicking your butt because all the casuals are gone and it's only just the sweats and they're doing all these combos. You're not going to be able to do anything. That's what Fortnite saw. They saw that everybody was doing all this stuff with building and they weren't making as much money as they used to because all the people with money was leaving. So they're like, okay, we need to take away the major thing about Fortnite, the forts. They took it out. They said, we're going to take that part out. How do you take the base of your game out? That's how much they knew. Like, we need money. We need the people coming in and spending money. Now, what are they saying? They don't want to do the building because the building's crazy. Take it out. They took it out. They were like, done.
They took it out as a whole because you couldn't even play building before they had the choice to be the building and no building. It was just no build.
And bro, and bro, it's never been gone ever since then. You know, Call of Duty is always like, oh, here it is for 2 weeks, and then we're taking it out with this different mode. Fortnite was like, no, you're getting it 24/7 whenever you want it. You want singles, doubles, triples, quads, however you want it, you're getting it. They're not giving you it's this week you can play quads, next week you playing threes. They said nope, however you want it, you can get it, and here it is. And that's how it's supposed to be. Like, they listened to what their community said. How do we get people to come back? And now you got a lot of people coming in and saying, well, I don't have to build like that, so I can just pick up and play this game because now I don't really have to worry about combos and things like that. I can just go in and just hop in with my friends and get the Goku skin and play randomly and play when there's a new update. Now I don't have to worry about building. That was the smartest thing they could have ever done. That's smart, man. That's good business.
Yeah.
Good business.
I feel like that's what Call of Duty is doing with this new Modern Warfare 2. They're trying to eliminate all the really, really sweaty players, like how you said, like the streamers that are just like focusing on movement, and they're trying to bring back casual playing. Like just play the game, kill, do whatever you gotta do, but just play the game. Like, you ain't gotta be a major sweat on this game anymore. And I think that's what Call of Duty is getting back to. Me personally, I like it because I like casual gaming. Like, I might get like a bunch of kills and all that stuff, but I'm not trying to fucking die like and lose 10 matches in a row because some sweaty ass player that plays 12 hours a day and has that much free time is just kicking my ass. Like, I'm just trying to get on and play the game sometime. Like, I don't want sweats on all the time, And now that they eliminated that movement, like, I think it's better. Like, and it's an unpopular opinion because all the people like, they miss slide canceling, they miss that movement and all that stuff. But I'm having fun, honestly, with Call of Duty right now. Like, I'm having fun. Like, I get that they're having audio issues and the time to kill is way faster and the AI and all that stuff. But I don't play Warzone that much to just be like irritated with it. But the times that we play Warzone, I thought it was pretty solid,
what I was gonna say was, like, what's crazy about gaming now is that everybody wants to be a content creator. So when everybody's playing video games, it's like they're not playing for fun anymore. It's like everybody's playing for to do something cool, like a cool clip, whether you're showing off movement or you getting all these kills. Like that's what everybody's playing for. So it's like you're not even playing for fun anymore. Now you're just playing for like creating a particular scene that you want to post online. And I think that's why you get all the struggles and why you hear some of the content creators complaining, because they're realizing that the game could still be fun, but I'm not able to make any money off of this as much as I used to because people aren't watching certain things anymore or whatever the case may be. And it's a thing, man. It's like there's struggles with that. And I don't know. Like I think Call of Duty, I think just gaming in general right now, man, because everybody wants to be a content creator. I think that's what's taken. Like everybody wants to do that, and I think they're forgetting to have fun with the games. And that's the main thing that we always have to understand is that video games are fun, and that's why we play them. Not to just do content creation, but you want to have a good time with doing that. And so everything just can't be like everything's just about I gotta create something cool. Like sometimes you just gotta play the game and enjoy the game. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Because games, I mean, it's a stress reliever, bro. Like we used to come home from school, like and just play games. And what were you playing that game for? To relieve stress from school. Like you were like, hey, bro, I had a crazy day at school. I don't want to think about homework. I don't want to think about life. I just want a game. Like I just want to go into a different world and just have fun. And
not YouTube, not streaming, not any of that.
Exactly. You just came home to play the game because you just wanted to get away before you did homework. Like you just wanted to have fun. And like how you said, people just get so obsessed with that content thing, they forget about that. And they can play like 6 hours, and have no fun because they were getting shitted on all 6 hours. And they're like, I don't have no clips. But I'm like, bro, but you were gaming. Like, you were having fun. This is your therapy. Like, like you could have been having the time of your life. But I 100% agree with that, bro. I think people just get lost with the content creating and they lose sight of that. And then they make gaming not fun when it's supposed to be fun. And
facts.
Majority of the streamers that are downplaying these games are downplaying it because of that reason, because they're not getting content and that the game's because they can't get their 20 kills a game clip for YouTube. So they're like, this is trash. But in all honesty, it's not, bro. It's just you can't get content, but the game is still good.
The game can still be good.
The game is still good because you just didn't get content this day.
The casuals could be having a good time, and that's and you can tell that's why they slowed the pace of Warzone up. They're not doing that for no reason. They're just not like I know a lot of people want to say the developers don't know what they're doing or anything like that. That ain't the case. That's a multi-billion-dollar company. They know exactly what they're doing. They're like, we want this game to play a certain way, and we don't care about what the streamers say because the streamers aren't the ones that are spending all this money and making us all this money. They're not. They're really not.
They're like money for themselves.
Exactly. They're not making us all this money like with all this different type of stuff. They make them some, but it's a fraction compared to the people who don't stream and play video games. That's the difference. And so
oh my gosh, we just cracked the code, bro.
That's the thing. So that's why they're like, okay, well, we're gonna slow this game down because we want the people who play Call of Duty once or twice a week to be able to get off work, come in, play. Oh, there's a new skin. Let me spend $40, $60 on that. Boom, boom, boom. Because if they realize, hey man, I can't even get one kill now because everybody's sweating and popping UAVs every 5 seconds and things like that. That's why they did that, man. This is why they watch streamers, because they're like, okay, we can't have the game play like this. Yeah, the streamer could be making this money, and that's fine for the streamer, but a business is a business. A business is a business at every sense of it, and they don't care. They are about the bottom line. I don't care about what streamers or whatever they got going on. we need to make money. And who's our main player base? The casuals. So we need to make sure this game is good for them. That's why they slowed it up. That's it. That's exactly it. And I know the streamers don't like it, but that's what they knew. They said we need to slow this game down. We need to slow the pace down because we're realizing that most people don't play super sweaty like all the people that they watch on TV. We could probably wrap this up. A good first episode. We hit a good amount of topics, and we're gonna be talking about a lot of things, man. We'll be talking about streamers. We're talking about games and all these different types of things, man. We're gonna try to throw one out weekly. Hopefully, that's our goal, is to get one out weekly for everybody. So, if you guys enjoyed it, man, we appreciate it. It was definitely a good time. Dre, man, it was always good chopping it up, man.
Comment anything that you want us to talk about, and we'll probably address it. Definitely was a great first episode, man. He was an amazing hoster on this, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, you guys.